but it doesn't show the damage for the bots. The other mages are pretty cool. I'll do a preliminary on their powers. Ace Mage, Cold Snap, launches a lance at your target, holds up to 3 ammo charges, kinda meh. Ice Spikes, you shoot 3 out at once, can charge it up. You can read all this yourself, I don't need to read it to you. This one follows the caster, this one's a real pain to deal with. This one's a pain to deal with too. Things I've been using. And the most awesome ability, transform into a wooden creature. It clips off the end of this, I think, because it just is this passive, but I believe what it says is this passive can only happen once per life, I believe. This guy is a close-range shotgun, so basically you run up and you shoot people in the face with pebbles. This is like a shotgun of rocks you throw at people. Then you hurl a big square at them, more shotgun. Then you teleport into the air, summon a gigantic lodestone, and rain down a literal comet on someone, which deals crazy amounts of damage. I actually didn't know they had this passive. That explains why they're so hard to kill. This guy, this is like a little zap power, just kind of continuous zapping. This one is a sniper rifle. If you have any bit of decent aim and you want to play a sniping class, this is right click. You just right click the people you want to kill. This one is that thunder strike thing, the little noise you heard me dodging. That's what this is. This one just throws out a ball of lightning that really moves slow. It's really easy to dodge, but it's also very good at keeping people from going ways you don't want them to go. This one is disorienting, and you don't realize that it's even happening while playing this character for a bit, but it helps out. Like, when you see people through walls, there's not like a haze on them like you would expect them to have. It's just kind of you just see them as they are through the walls. I think they should change this ability around a little bit just so it's like I don't know, add a purple sheen to the people you're looking at or something, just so it's really obvious you're looking at them through walls and they're not just like glitching through walls or something. The fire guy, the guy I picked first. This is just a jet of fire. This is a big ball of fire that you throw. This is a bigger ball of fire that you throw. This is a meteor storm. You just drop many balls of fire on a target. This guy is the best at keeping me off their tail, because every time he mana steps, he leaves like pools of fire behind. That my tactic of staying really close to the person in a duel means I'm stepping on his fire all the time. So if you have a high skilled person that's trying to evade people by staying in blind spots, this guy just passively destroys them by leaving flame in his wake. The Nether dude's pretty cool. I'd say he's probably the hardest to play, but can do significant amounts of damage playing him right. Like, all these other guys have gimmicks that can pretty much lock down enemies. This guy does too, but all of his abilities are really skill-based. So this thing, like all these other ones, you can just kind of spam your abilities, your left click. This guy, you just throw out a piece of energy and it comes back. So you have to wait for it to come back, but if you throw it out right, you can hit him twice with it as it goes out and comes back. Pools of energy you drop on the ground, they're really, like, if you're bad at playing, you're going to drop them and no one's going to be in them. If you're good at playing, you will drop them to the point that people are always in them, and it will final tick many people for you. This one seems kind of weird with this character. Like, a lot of his abilities don't really add up to this this void tether thing. Like, these don't seem to deal more damage the closer you are or anything. So I don't understand this ability. The only reason right now that it's an amazing ability is right now it's really overpowered and you can yank people through walls with it. So what happens is you grab someone and you rubber band snap them straight past, and if they don't blink or mana step immediately upon you grabbing them to kind of get out of the tendril, which you can't really do. Basically, you're being pulled through the air and you blink mana step to kind of just stop your momentum. You just get thrown really fast past the caster, generally through a wall and out past the void, basically, and you die out there, which is hilarious, but I don't think what they intended. This one is exactly what it is. It's a giant gravity well. It looks like a gravity well when it's dropped on the ground. It'll suck people in and hurt them a bunch. This is... I don't see why this is good, this ability. Mana Step teleports you instantly towards your target. Like, it seems like all these want you to get your character as point blank as possible. I don't understand why, because none of these abilities are like abilities that you drop at your feet. These are abilities that you don't really feel like standing in either. Yeah, I don't understand why this character wants to pull everyone directly to him always. But that's what this character does, and this character is all about like closing the gap between people. And so like this, every time you mana step, you don't really get a control where your mana step's going. You just teleport near your closest target, and it's really kind of annoying, to be honest. The spells, you got teleport, repel, clarity, and juxtaposition. The only two I ever use are teleport and this guy. So this guy's kind of like telefragging in Unreal. You throw out a ball, it moves a lot slower than a disc launcher, and then when you press it again, you teleport to that location. I have not seen if you can actually telefrag someone with this yet. If you can, I would love to know. I haven't been able to do it yet. This one just teleports you a long distance, so it's what I almost always use now. Shield, you put a shield around yourself. I never use this. I see other people that do. It works very nice for them. But it only is a single source, so I don't really see what the point of using it is. This one, Impenetrable Shield of Force in front of caster. This one is pretty nifty. It's also kind of shitty, and I don't like using it. The only reason I'd ever consider using this is in like the point defense matches, where I could use it to actually block access to a certain area, because you can't walk through it. It is an immovable wall that stays there for a decent amount of time. Let's swap to this. Chains of Binding. This is what I was originally using because I thought it was awesome. It's really not, and it's kind of bad. I'd really only use this if you're a character that does a ton of damage locking people down. Like if you're a nether guy, maybe pick up this guy too, so you can, lock him in a trap, then drop a bunch of wells on him. I mean, all the mages can benefit from, stopping their movement, but this doesn't prevent them from attacking you, so it just prevents them from moving, so they're just standing still while attacking you. So it allows you to throw a big ability that they can't get out of the way of if you time it right. This is what I use always. It turns caster's skin to stone for 2 seconds, reducing movement speed by 50%, and prevents all damage, and can be cast again to cancel it early. So I use this ability to circumvent this guy's ultimate ability, basically. That would normally deal so much damage, like more than half your health. So, like, I'll watch him go up in the air, I'll pop this ability, he'll come crashing down on my head, and then I'll off him, because he's kind of slow and sluggish and expecting me to be damaged, and I'm not at all. and I do that for pretty much everything. So what I do a lot of times, which is a cheap and dirty tactic that I love, is you'll see me pop Tree of Life when I'm low on health. I'll let it tick for 2 seconds, then I'll pop my Earth Stone if I'm pretty low. So as the tree pops up, I'm healing and no one can hurt me. So I'm gaining health with no one being able to hurt me for those seconds. I'm sure you can do that with the other ones, but this one only works for one target. This works for everyone in a match, so it's great for free-for-all. Bunny is great. I just love nature, which is really good that I tried out all the other mages, because I was originally just playing fire because I like fire. Then I went through all the other mages, and I found that I really liked the nature mage. But all the other mages have merit. Probably the best fights I'm ever in against earth mages. They're really hard to kill. They deal a lot of damage. Fun duels, really fun duels, because they want to get really close to you because they are shotguns. I want to get close to you because I just work better at point blank range. It's probably why the other guy does that too, just because it seems like this game supports you being really close range and avoiding magic at point blank ranges. I feel the ice guy is really strong at medium to short range. He seems to have really big ice novas that freeze people, and he has decent range on these guys, so he can pester you while just laying down tons of ice. He's really annoying to deal with. Light mages are probably the most underpowered, overpowered class. If you are not really skilled, they're worthless to play pretty much. If you're skilled and you can right click on people all day long and hit them all day long, you will rack up kills like crazy. Just because this is a lightning bolt. It shoots across the map instantly and hits where you're aiming, and it deals a lot of damage. And you can spam the shit out of it. But the issue is you see people roll through doing it, and it's really easy to miss. Really easy to miss with it. So the fire mages, like for the most part, everyone thinks they're OP, but that's because they kinda are, but they're still easy to deal with. What they're really good at doing though is like in a conquest match, they'll come in from like the side, and you won't notice they're there.